Okay. Hey. Okay, so today I'm going to be explaining what scientific notation is and standard notation. And I have problems that are going to be on right here. So, okay, scientific notation is a way of expressing numbers that are too big or too small and they're written in decimal form. So, I do have a paper right here, but I'm just reading notes off of it so I don't get off track. So, first you take your number, and your number can be like, okay, so my number is 6. Okay, I'm back. So, okay, so I have, my number is 6,730,000. So, there's no decimal, so you put your decimal at the end of the number, which will be on the right. So you take your decimal and you move it between a number 1 and 10. So once you move it between a number 1 and 10, you get your decimal, and my decimal is 6.7. So then you would times it by 10. And then you will rewrite your number 6.7 times 10 to the 6th power. And the reason why you write it to the 6th power is because you have to move your decimal to a number between 1 and 10. So you count how many dips or how many spaces that you had to move it to get your number between 1 and 10. So then that would be your exponent. And I moved it 6 times. So 6.7 times 6. Okay. And I also have another problem. I have 13,300. So 13,300 also doesn't have a decimal in it. So we're turning it in decimal form. So I have 13,000, and I wrote it with a comma first, and then I rewrote my number without the comma. So I put the decimal at the end, because like I said, it doesn't have a decimal point. So I put the decimal at the end. So now you move it to a number between 1 and 10, and that would be 1.3. So 1.3 times 10, and then you rewrite it, and then you do 1.3 times 10 to the 4th power. Because remember, like I told you, we had to move it between a number 1 and 10, and we count how many spaces that we had to move it. Okay, well, now with standard notation. Okay, so I have 6.41 times 10 to the 3rd power. So, but let me tell you the definition of standard notation first. Standard notation is the normal way to write a number. So like 1,000. You turn your problem into a number, I'll show you. Okay, so my first problem that I have for standard notation is 6.41 times 10 to the 3rd power. So we have a decimal in 6.41. So you rewrite your number, 6.41, and then where the decimal is, you start from there and you go to the left. So you would do 1, 2, 3, because that's your exponent on your 10. And